from tennis because someone asked me. It's 10 rules. Remember the zones. We'll talk about the zones specifically in this video. You're going to serve with variety, return progressively, you'll play percentage aggressively, strength versus weakness, approach down the line, and we'll get to the rest later. Okay? But simply, we'll look at rules 1 through 4. And we'll explain the zones, because people have a problem with the zones. You'll divide the court into threes, and you try to control the middle court as much as possible. The middle and to the right, you always hit forehands. To the left side, you hit backhands. But the idea is anything in the middle of the court, you always use your forehand, because that way you can disguise it. Think about it even when you're serving, right? So they're going to serve, they'll neutralize, they're in the middle of the court. When you're in the middle of the court, you want to go to each corner. Because if you hit the ball down the middle, that person doesn't have to take a step. But if you go to the corner, the person has to take a step. And when you combine movement and tennis, oftentimes any amount of movement will weaken a person's shot. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. 3 steps is ideal. When you push them to the corner, they don't have many options, right? What are you going to do? Even though the ball is short, look at the grip, he's not going to hit an offensive shot. If they put the ball back to the middle, you hit the other corner. When they hit down the line, you hit the other corner. When they hit to the other corner, your forehand, you can go cross court. It's really up to you. But you guys are thinking about things like this. What are they going to do? They're probably going to go either corner. Because if they go back to you, the point's over. So they have to make you move. So you need to preset your shots. If it goes to your backhand, you're going to do this, cross court. With your forehand, can be line. And that way you kind of have like a pattern. And by playing a pattern, you play the same shots over and over again. You become very consistent. Just as this shot here, what are you going to do? When I see my opponent hit up to a backhand here, I'm anticipating cross court because the odds of them going down the line to my forehand are very slim. But you got to think of it like that. You're going to go left of you, you're going to go right of you, you're going to go right to you, you're going to go in front of you, short. If you're at net, they can go over you. But you have time for those shots. You always anticipate forehand and backhand, forehand and backhand. But in my forehand, what will I do? I'll hit cross court. But in my backhand, what will I do? I'll hit cross court. Why won't I hit down the line? I don't like to hit down the line unless I can step into the ball and I can drive it. So I don't like to go down the line at all. But it's also what you can do. When the ball goes to my backhand here, what can I do? If I hit right back to him, he'll probably hit forehand cross court and finish the point. I need to go to either side of him. And so when I have shots and I'm trying to make my opponent move, I think left or right of my opponent also. It very much simplifies tennis. Right and left of the opponent, ball comes to me right and left. What will I do? The ideal shot is just go cross court backhand. Because if I go down the line, there's not much court. If I go down the line, he'll hit a cross court, I'll end up running. So I'll just go cross court backhand. Backhand and backhand. That's ideal. And so when you see me play a lot, you'll often see me get into this cross court backhand rally with someone. And it's something I do all the time. So generally speaking, my backhand will be as good as their backhand. My forehand will be better than theirs. Okay. If he goes to my backhand, I have to move to the ball, and I have to think of the options I'm going to do when I hit the ball. Okay. So when you're thinking about playing, think of the grid, think of the 3 courts, think of controlling the center of the court, think of going right and left of your opponent, going corner to corner. Whenever you're in the middle of the court, you hit your forehand. There's a big item. He's serving very well. And he's been moving around a lot. You can't be doing stuff like this. You must get the ball in play. And when I talk about returning serve progressively, I will block and I will chip. And then when I chip high. And that means the ball will get back deep. Right? And that way you get to the point. There's no, I mean, this is 2 points and I didn't do anything. Chip deep, get into a rally. Okay? And I did my job. Okay? So you're going to chip deep, get into the rally, try to keep it out of the middle of the court as much as possible. But the biggest key on returning serve is get the ball deep. The deeper you get the ball, the more likely you get a weak shot. If it is short, he can come in on me. If I hit the middle of the court, he can make me move. So you want to go corner, corner, deep. Using the chip is ideal. The other key to the zone test is depth. If you keep the ball beyond the service line, you reduce their opportunities. Because there's no angle, you reduce their opportunities because if you have them stepping backwards, there's no power. Okay. So you got to think about dividing the court into threes and keep the ball deep beyond the service line. Ideally, you want to push them behind the baseline as much as possible. As an opponent, but as an attacker, you want to try to step into the court as much as possible. Okay. So now here we go. Let's look at the pattern as used in the point. second serve always hit a forehand. Notice how much we're playing the middle of the court. First serve, all you want to get the ball back. Once the server misses the serve, step into the court and be aggressive. Look how far in comes in. Boom, he's inside the box. Hits a forehand, puts me on defensive, stays out of the center of the court. Control the middle. Get the ball out of the middle of the court. Make me move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm screwed. I'm just trying to get the ball back in play. But this is interesting, right? Forehand to backhand. He had the open court, cross court. He went strength versus weakness and control the middle of the court. We're not even hitting any balls in the middle of the court. We're hitting balls in the corners, right? I do what you're supposed to do. I try to get the ball, and there someone hits down the line, you get cross court, but I'm trying to get the ball to his backhand, away from the center of the court. And he does a great finish. He's controlling the middle, going corner to corner. I don't think he meant to finish that shot. He just ended up finishing on that shot. So let's review and summarize again. Divide the court into threes. Think of your serve as the first shot in the pattern. If you serve wide, they're probably going to go cross court on you. Serve middle, they'll probably go to the backhand corner and go back to you deep middle. Angle begets angle. So when you open an angle, it leaves you open to an angle. Think of the opponent as hitting forehands and left of you and right of you. They're going to hit forehand to you and backhand to you. Think about what you're going to do with that second shot. We're going to hit the forehand, we're going to hit the backhand. And that way you have a plan and we have a pattern. I almost always hit this forehand to the backhand side. And because I play the same way, my shots are very grooved because I do the same things all the time. Forehand to the backhand side. I push him to the corner. What will he do? He'll hit it down the line across court. The ideal shot is to hit cross court because it's a longer distance, short part of the net, and you normally have more angle. When you go down the line, it's a shorter distance because it's down the line. It's a higher part of the net, and normally you have to move also, right? When you see someone push back like that, behind the baseline, it could be a weak shot. But it's going to be a forehand or backhand to me. What will I do? I'll hit a backhand cross court, I'll hit a forehand down the line. I do this all the time. My opponents know exactly where I'm hitting, and the beauty is, even though they know where I'm going to hit the ball, it's very difficult to do anything. When you play good players, they play pretty traditional. They play pretty textbook. When he hits the backhand, what will he do? Right? And even when you know what they're going to do, sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. It's a backhand here. He's going to hit my forehand, or going to hit to my backhand. If it goes to my forehand, I'm going to cross court. Or down the line, if it goes to my backhand, I'll probably go backhand, cross court. And in doing the same pattern over and over, I know some things. I have a terrible backhand down the line. So I almost never hit it. Never hit a shot you're not good at. Never go for a shot you're going to miss. Okay? Hit the ball as hard as you can without missing. It's going to go down the line, or it's going to cross court. Warriors options. It's a choice shot. But if it goes to my forehand, on the cross court. If it goes to my backhand, I'll play cross court. He goes back to my backhand, what will I do? I'll go backhand cross court. I keep it very simple. I go backhand cross court. I'm going to stand at the backhand side. I'm going to try to look for an opportunity to hit a forehand inside out. And I'm going to try to get into the rally where I'm hitting cross court backhand to his backhand. I'm going to hit forehand to his backhand. Things I've done all my life. Things I'm good at. That's how you want to play. And when you play a specific pattern, it's very difficult to beat this pattern because it's more about defense in tennis. So if you play good shots and you play good court coverage, you force your opponent to hit tough shots to beat you. And if you play shots you don't miss a lot, you become very consistent, and that in itself is pressure on your opponent. He's going to hit backhand to me, I'm ready for the shot, I get into the rally, I'll play the point as I always play the point. So when you're doing this pattern of the zones, get in the habit of controlling the middle of the court, use your forehand, keep the ball out of the middle of the court. This will make them take one step. And whenever they take one step, you should get a weaker shot. When you make them take 3 steps, you get an even weaker shot. And that's the glory of this pattern. It's very simple, and you can do it over and over. We're revitalizing the ebook, and these are the 10 rules I like to play with. Remember zones, serve for variety, return progressively. That means we block, we chip, we get into the point. You play percentage aggressively, we'll talk about this even more. You play your strength versus their weakness, you approach down the line, you buy short tees, pass, lob, punt when in trouble, 3 R's, rest, release, and reset. Simple rules that we're going to talk about over and over again for a while. Thank you for listening.